major breakthrough. We heard this morning from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Rep Jameson Greer. After their meetings, there will be a 90-day pause on these tariffs. In that 90 days, they are going to be slashed dramatically. Remember that the U.S. put 145% tariff on China. China responding with a 225% tariff on the U.S., virtually all goods coming in and out. Those have been slashed, as you can see here, to 30% from the U.S. side, 10% from China's side. So that is good news here in the short term. Treasury Secretary Bessent says this 90-day period is going to allow for further negotiations to keep going. So again, from both sides having this meeting this week, that was ultimately the goal. But Treasury Secretary Bessent also said this morning that despite the agreement, there are still going to be certain areas of the U.S. economy that need to cut their reliance from China in the long term. Take a listen.
Whether it's medicines, whether it's semiconductors, steel, we've identified 5 or 6 strategic industries and supply chain vulnerabilities, and we will continue moving toward U.S. independence or reliable supplies from allies on those. But the consensus from both delegations this weekend is neither side wants a decoupling.
So significant progress there for just a weekend of meetings there. And we should also mention there is one major exception here that the American side talked about, and that was that there was a separate tariff of 20% put on Chinese imports as it relates to fentanyl. This was sort of a punitive measure that the administration put on because of China's role in fentanyl production. That 20% is going to actually remain in place, but the others, as we talked about, coming down in a major way, and talks continuing from here.
Yep, you're following big news for us this morning. The Trump administration is also maintaining this is all still an effort to onshore jobs here as well. And the president is also gearing up, Joel, for his Middle East trip. What do we know about what he's really trying to accomplish there, Joe?
Yeah, President Trump leaving today, heading for the Gulf states. So this is primarily an economic trip. He's going to be meeting with the Saudis. He's going to be meeting with Qataris and others. But there's a lot on the table. As you just mentioned already, Idan Alexander, the living hostage, potentially on his way back. That is incredibly good news even before President Trump leaves. And then you've got the issues of Iran. You've got the ceasefire agreements right now between the Israeli government and Hamas, which actually led to Alexander's release. All of those on the table today. And there's also news about the president potentially accepting a gift, a plane, a big jet from Qatar, from the government, that might actually replace Air Force One. That is being met with some controversy here as it raises questions about conflict of interest. The White House maintaining that it will not. So that debate, you can imagine, will continue. So all of that ahead of the president in a busy few days as he heads to the Middle East, Anna.
Yeah, we've got Chuck Schumer saying nothing says America first, like Air Force One coming from another country. Joe, thank you so much for that report.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.